Also I've heard the rumbles. I know what did in question has told me about this as well. But it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. We'll see once the timer actually runs out. In theory though, I guess it makes sense. Because you know what Neferi cannot do? Is break a Fiddle Drain.
And DNF say, oh, all right. I guess it's probably the answer. Peter is now going back in. Life with the flash forward. Peter flashing away as the Realm Warp to try and get on top of him. But BDD throws down the ulti. Life is already dead. First blood goes over to Peter somehow. Maybe with an Ignite tick or something like that as a public execution. And Dudu is going ballistic in this battle. Bulldog now just standing his ground. And the drain value is absurd. Casting going to be able to grab one. Never mind. It's actually Cuz grabbing a second.
Everything gets a puppy! That's what shit, that's the one thing you pick up for is when they do that, they don't win the fight!
Yeah, well, maybe they were like identifying that they've got Steadfast presence on cooldown now.
You already Dragon Heat. You have already Prio. The only matchup where you're not winning is the one where you're not supposed to, because it's Dokdom who just needs the skill into the game.
And he's not even losing. He's down 100 gold or something like that. Who really cares? Now just holding an Ambessa at bay. There goes the Mountain Drake. Cloud going to be the next one. It's going to be a Chemtech Soul. KT are probably not going to throw on Soul Point. The fight for Soul might be where the game all falls apart. As there's the Crow Storm, and down goes Life. Cuz just walking it off.
For Cuz, but do not be distracted.
Oh, public execution. Goshik looking for a way in towards his top side as Dokdom. I don't even know whether he's survived. Yeah, he doesn't. He's just dead. Goshik not able to get his 1000th kill. To get first turret, so it's not going to be first turret blood. Still, KT going to grab another round of grubs. That will even things up between the two squads. Because just very happily draining and reaping and draining and reaping and having a good time.
I think Fiddle's the only character in the game that's more satisfying to do grubs with than Brand.
Oh, okay, BDD coming on in, looks for Berserker and does get him to use his flash. Deadly Flourish goes wide as Casting just needs a few shots in order to lock down this turret. As KT just jump their way in. There's another Crow Storm from the Fiddlesticks as Casting going to be able to take down the Rise as well, but he could be in trouble. There he goes. That's Pureshik with 1,000 kills, ladies and gentlemen. Now Dokdom, he's moving over as well. The curtains are being collected as BDD takes down Pureshik right after the 1,000 kills. There's now public execution, gets Dudu into the back line. They do manage to take down the Leona, but they trade it for the Poppy immediately, and Dudu is running amok. Dokdom, unable to slow him down, does find a W, but that's a triple, and it is an ace.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well.
Well, DN Freecs gonna take the dragon. There we go. Peter, Hex flashing.
They were ready.
Oh god, we knew it was going to be Hex Tech.
Has to be.
What a time to be alive.
I can't wait to see the Fiddle Hex Tech.
Yeah.
Can they help? If Cuz gets a big ult off.
It might be a 3v3 as, yeah, Cuz going to start charging it here as he flashes in. The drains are beginning and they haven't even killed the Jace. Dudu trying to get out of there and look at these drains. There goes Dokdom picking it up with a casual ulti that sails on by. Now up and available.
I gotta know this is coming.
Goshik's still on it. It's down to 50% as Dokdom walks onto one of the captive audiences. Oh, DN Freecs.
Yeah, there you go.
He's gonna get spotted. Now he's out of position, and remember, does not have his flash. Crow Storm going to get channeled here as Peter doesn't get it, and it's going to be the Rift Herald going over to the DN Freecs. Cuz without actually finding any sort of angle here as they're looking to try and protect the eye. BDD off to the side. Can they win the fight? That's the question as Cuz comes in. The Crows are storming and two are already on the ground. The Realm Warp to get Bulldog out of there. He wants none of this. These shenanigans, not anything he wants to deal with. There's only 2 kills, but in exchange, they make their shoes very cool, which we like.
But they have a lot of tools to shut him down, because he is playing into Poppy and he's playing into Fiddle.
True. But if Dudu just comes in and cleans up every time, and KT will still just be lying on the floor afterwards.
That's true.
It's going to be a knockup to come through here. Berserker taking down this mid-outer turret to about half health. Dokdom comfortably dealing with it, though, is now the DN Freecs with a dragon to contend with. On a flank angle, Goshik in the back of the pit. As KT, they're looking to just get rid of the Rise if they can. Deadly Flourish comes down. There's the Solar Flare as well as Peter evicts one. But Life is just dead. Nothing he can do, and they don't have any follow-up from Berserker. He's trying to get in range for the curtain call, but he's not even going to be able to press the button. The Dragon goes over to KT.
No. What? They shoot for like 3 seconds before the question mark picks him down! Well, they might still be on time. No, I don't think they're on time. I take it back. I take it back. Not on time. Not on time. Not on time.
Not even a little bit on time. Pyoshik's the last one to turn up. As, all right, there are a lot of flowers to be picked here. And, oh, the DN Freecs, their strategy was to just grab all the flowers as never mind. Oh, my God, the KT blender. Just nothing DNF could do. Oh,
can't wait to see how DNF is going to fight their way back into this one, because they are really... I got nothing.
Yeah.
What?
I saw it and I was like, wow, okay, their strategy was let them take the Otacon and then we'll pick all the flowers.
So
and then they did pick all the flowers. You don't get anything. And they get a free kick.
Interesting.
Yep. All right, Shock Blast also. Another 6 points. You'll have to see it. And KT do manage to get the turret that they were looking for.
The tummy rumbling isn't cool, Atlas.
What's uncool about that?
Because it's such a basic thing. You know, it's
sometimes basic things can be the coolest ones in our lives.
Oh, that's true.
Trusha Barrage. Okay, there's the ulti cuz! And they were just standing in the brush. They didn't have the information. The curtain's going to get cold as Peter soaks every bullet ever and just dies. And now Casting's diving in. Pyoshik is swatted like a fly. And Berserker's just going to have to run away. Dudu wanting to protect him if he can. It's not going to protect them from this dragon being taken and KT moving to Soul Point.
I know this is easier said than done.
Got it.
But I feel like we should stop walking.
Oh, Life getting closer and closer to number 9 as Bulldog. He's going to be their target. Doctarm, Arcane shifting in as the fight is going off everywhere. The ultimate from Peter does absolutely nothing. Jace Fury going to be the traders now. The Crows are storming. And it's the team fight that is just over. Bulldog now trying to go 1 versus 4. These health bars are getting lower, but he's slammed against the wall and taken down.
Why are you not there, Berserker? You have Flash! You have Barrier! Down until it's already realistically too late. And the re-engage from Kuz again, no notes, but I want you to look. After Bulldog gets this bounce, imagine, and like I kind of get it, right? Because you're like, this already done. He's just gonna die.
You get it onto Peter. You just do a fade to end. It's like plink, plink, plink.
Also,
plink, Quadrico.
I think he had ult.
Big old circle he can throw down.
AT, it's been too clean. I don't believe it.
Inside the pit. BDD does go golden, then tries to get out as Bulldog is just executed with by a guy with a hammer. And Casting now looking for more. He gets into the banana brush. He's still alive. Life is going to be executed, and KT. How does that young top laner survive? After all that, they'll take themselves a Hextech Soul. And we were promised 3 games.
Did the prophecies lie?
The prophecies must have lied. There goes Pyoshik. That's just a hot dog for KT's consumption. And a very electrical dragon now being set up here as Doctarm gets over the wall with the Arcane Shift. Dudu just trying to be Ambassador as best he can as Doctarm just flash on him, I guess. That's the way to make it happen.
Oh, Doctor, we can't emote on them, not in this game!
He's Crab Raven at 32 minutes in game 2 as they're bearing down on the Nexus. Curses aren't real according to Doctarm, and maybe no amount of cursing could save DNF from this one as Bulldog gonna get engaged on one more time, tries to boop him back with the hammer and he does so. The Crowstorm coming in, Cuz looking so good on this Fiddlesticks. And Pyoshik, it's once again him that suffers the wrath of the Scarecrow, and KT pick up a 2-0.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.